Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar. I'm Cicera from ShipmentX, and I'm excited to share how we are helping companies simplify freight quoting across all modes. And in this session, will be showing you how shippers can move away from fragmented manual quoting and adopt a unified platform that saves both time and cost. So let's have a quick overview of what we'll cover today. Uh, we'll start with why ERP TMS systems like OTM and SAP TM don't always fit every shipper. And then we'll look at the challenges of ERP customizations. And also, after that, we'll introduce ShipmentX's solution and what makes it unique. Finally, I'll will be showing you our unified customer portal, which consolidates all freight data in one place and wrap up with key takeaways and some questions. So, to tell further about our system, let me introduce you our CEO, Mr. Sudhakar Vinta. Uh, so you can go ahead.
Thank you, Cicera. Hi, this is Sudhakar from ShipmentX. Today I'll go through how we are complementing the ERP TMS and what are the problems with the ERP TMS and what is our solution and how we are addressing that and what is our unfair advantage in resolving those problems. Yeah, so the major problem with the ERP customization is the standard vanilla version has a limited scope for customizations. And if you try to do any customization, it's a very lengthy process. Sometimes it can take a month, like 6 months to a year. And it's very resource intense. You need a lot of resources to kind of to make those customizations on the standard ERP. And for every upgrade of the standard ERP, it will wipe out all your customizations. You have to redo them and do a very thorough testing so that the application won't break. So this is the kind of major problem that the industry is facing, and sometimes the more weight you do for customization is the missed savings. Okay, and so how we are addressing this problem is like a so we have a plug and play solutions to all these standard gaps in the ERP TMS. So what we do is we pull the data from the ERP and do the customizations and workflows, and then we send the data back to that, so that the core data still lies with the ERP TMS like Oracle OTM or SAP TM, and so we integrate with all these. We communicate through different systems, through EDIs, APIs, or telematics, or we connect with the to get the telematics data. We are a telematics aggregator. We connect with GPS, ELD providers, and we have a very comprehensive visibility platform. And then we also connect with a lot of middlewares to address that. And then we expose this to our shippers, carriers, and 3PLs. So this is like we have a lot of these plug and play solutions to standard problems, so that you don't need to customize. You don't need to do customize on the standard ERP, which is, as I mentioned earlier, which is lengthy, time, resource intense, and then every upgrade is a very fragile. So we're trying to address that with our plug and play solution. So what are the different plug and play solutions that we currently have? Is like we, we have some of them, which is like in the carrier rate management. Uh, so we did the webinar on last week on the carrier rate management. So basically, you take the loads from the carriers in an Excel or like the rate codes, and then you do all kind of, you do validations and then do the customizations, anything that is very specific, and then you can um, run these new carrier rates with the original original TMS data. So we import this data, shipment records, and then we run through these validations, and then you can upload the rate management, rates back into the ERP TMs, like a OTM or a SAP TM. And um, the other one is unified freight codes. So this week we are going to show how our unified freight rate codes, where you can pull all these different modes in one place, and how this will reduce a lot of effort for your customers getting. And then what is the historic price that particular lanes went through, we also suggest what is the best route to take based on the historic shipments. So we do have we procure the, we have, you can procure the LTL and FTL rate codes from different carriers. So we have a rate code engine that can address all these challenges. And then we do have a planning engine that can, that you can do all kinds of customizations on the planning for effective routes or more efficient use of your existing resources. And then we do have a bulk. Sorry. So we do have bulk, and we have load boards. We connected to all the major load boards to get the instant. You can post the loads, or you can get. How the load board works is the loads you post to the load board, and then all the carriers will respond with their codes, and then you can award these loads. And these load boards facilitate that. So we have integrated with all the major load boards for seamlessly. You can post from your existing KMS to these load boards. And then we do have a tendering process, very comprehensive tendering, where we can do a spot tendering or a lane-wise tendering as well. And we do have the claims and the exception management, where you can do the claims settlements, and then if you have any, we do have the end-to-end workflows on this. And our major part is visibility. So we provide a last mile visibility very comprehensively, exhaustive. And we are a telematics aggregator, like I mentioned earlier. We go to all these GPS ELD providers, and then based on the trucks based on the vehicles or trucks or that you use for your shipments. And then so you don't need to, even if you use any spot market or market trucks, we can get those telematics information and seamlessly put into your shipment orders, where your customers can track them in a real time. And we do have a mobile app that does this same functionality, where you can capture all the events, get in, get out, proof of deliveries and all. And then we come out with one more easy access to your customers without logging into the system to check their shipment status. It's called Secure Link. The Secure Links can you can share with your customers or your vendors where they can track only their particular shipment, and then these are very secured links. So these are a couple of gaps that we found on the ERP, and then we build a complementary layer on the top of this to address. and then all the data comes from the ERP, and then we send the data back to the. Once we do all these customizations, because most of the ERPs sometimes your scope of customizations or any new workflows may not fit into to the standard um, format or standard vanilla versions they give. So you can we can coexist with the same ERP TMS without doing a lot of customizations on the other side. So building a complementary a TMS um, is most that can address most of the standard gaps is a lot of challenge. Like if you're talking to Oracle OTM or SAP TM, these are a lot of challenges. Like I mean, it's not easy to build it, but what made us we have some unfair advantage. That is basically we build a TMS for the world's largest 3PL, and that gave us um, to cover a lot of edge cases and all. And they use a lot of, I mean, they use this ERP system. So we have that is like an unfair advantage, or you can say that's the advantage that we have. That's why we could able to build this system. And so, and we do have a lot of pre-built accelerators for this for a better ROI. So we're just not like a for the sake of it, we're not just like another TMS, or we are a complementary TMS that can address most of the enterprise ERP TMS issues. So now this week in the part of the webinar series, we're just going through how we are addressing one of our customer problems um, where they're facing a problem of going to, for each mode, they need to go to a different carry rates page. And so they want a one unified page that can address all these different rate codes. So we would just want to give a demo of that, how that our system is addressing that. So I'll back to Shishira. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insights. So, we have built a customer portal where clients can easily post orders, which automatically syncs with your OTM, eliminating manual entry with two-way integration. And updates from OTM instantly reflect in the portal. The system also recommends the best mode and rate based on weight, volume, destination, and type. So, to illustrate, we've created a few example scenarios showing how our portal suggests the most cost effective option among FTL, LTL, Air, LCL, and FCL based on the shipment details. So myself and Shanmukh, we both will be showing you a live demo right now of our platform. So this is our platform, and here we have different modules, and in the bookings module we have option to create new orders, or here we have a pre-filled order. And let's start with this order. This is a domestic shipment from McAllen, Texas to Sydney. So we've entered a few cargo details as well. So given the high volume and quantity of this order, let's check what kind of rates are suggested. Let's click on the rate codes, and So as you can see on the screen, CH Robinson's rate is lower at $3,058 compared to the LTL rates. So even though LTL typically works for lower weights, so the system recommends FTL here. You can also sort the quotes by lowest cost or fastest delivery. So we have the filters for to check the lowest cost and the fastest delivery. So this gives shipper full control over the cost versus time. And also, if you select the most expensive rate, it will give a pop-up asking if you are sure about selecting this higher rate, which will help the shipper recheck the rates and choose wisely. So this is the pop-up. So this is one scenario we've taken. Let's skip to the next scenario. So for this next shipment, we are going international. So from Suzhou, China to Ohio. So it's relatively a small shipment. Let's check the cargo details. So as you can see, it's relatively a small shipment with 1100 lbs and 8 cvm. So let's check what rate quote is suggested here. So on the screen, you'll see that DHL offers LCL at $2,411. So LCL is most effective option as it's a relatively small shipment. So the system automatically highlights LCL as the recommended mode and still allows shipper to toggle between all the other options if needed. And we have the same filters and here, and we can also check the price breakdown right here for each rate code that is been displayed. So this is another scenario that we've taken, and let's go to another scenario, and finally this will be a more interesting case. So this is a lightweight shipment, which is international as well. So let's check the cargo details. So just 200 lbs and 25 cbm. Though it might seem like a fit for LCL, let's check what rate code is most suggested for this. So the delivery, because of the delivery urgency and compact nature, air freight is more viable here. So our system shows DHL's air rate, which is lower than LCL alternatives from OCL and DHL themselves. Plus, air transit also just takes 5 to 8 days compared to 32 to 36 days for LCL, so making it perfect match when speed is the key. We can even check the price breakdown here as well, and also we have the pop-up for most expensive rate. So we have the option these filters for all the orders that you will be filling. So these are the three scenarios that we've taken for today. I hope it has given you an idea of how our customer portal works. So next we'll walk you through how order releases from OTM and are seamlessly received and reflected in our customer portal. So after the order is created, let's copy the order ID for further use. And this is our this is the OTM platform, and we can use the order ID that we've just copied here to get the order release. So we can create a shipment unit here. So once we finish that, so we create a buy shipment after this. Select an equipment group. So there are a few equipment groups that are displayed, and we can select any one of the preferred. So we've got an ID here. Let's copy that to check our buy shipment. So once we send, we can send information from OTM to our system. Uh, this is the way of doing that, and we'll check how this works. So right now we have the delivery node, and once we send the interface transmission, so we have the department number as well here. So that's how both the systems are integrated. We can even change something else, like we can create a trip and see if it will be reflected in the OTM platform. So a trip has been created here. Let's check the difference in OTM platform if this is reflected there or not. So as you can see that there's the trip has been marked here. So that's how our integration works. It's a two-way integration from our portal to OTM. Let's check if the benefits that our customer portal gives. So the real power lies in optimization. So our portal aggregates live data and uses AI-driven recommendations to suggest the most cost-effective options. It also provides transparent cost breakdowns, as you've seen. So finance and operation teams are aligned, and this transforms the complex logistics decisions into clear, actionable items. So this drives the real world savings and efficiency across domestic and international shipments. That brings us to the end of the session. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask.
Any questions for, I can put it on the chat and can address them. How rates configured in ShipmentX. So we get there's a couple of ways we get from the ERP TMS, like into our system, or it syncs almost like a um, periodically, or like I mean, as soon as any updates happen in that ERP system, it gets updated into our system. Or there is a way like we can bring directly from the ERP, but sometimes it could take time to do a lot of computations and all. So we have a parallel copy of it in our system, and if you're procuring the carrier rates from these from the carriers, we have a system that can also upload, and then you can do all these validations before we input into the ERP TMS. I hope that address your question. We can, if you want, we can show some. Okay, one more question on that.
There's another question regarding the same. So, like, if the rates are coming to OTM via external system, then how it is managed? If ShipmentX can work as a middleware.
Yeah. So based on where the rates are coming from, so if it's coming from an external system, yeah, we can use. We do have direct integrations with all these ERP like Oracle or SAP. We can get the rates directly from them, or like we can use any middleware to get these rates from external system. Because our system kind of sits on the top of this ERP TMS, and then we get these rates, and then we understand how they are, and then we compare different modes rates and then historic rates. So we do have some level of past historic data on those lanes, and then that will address whether which is the best optimal route, and then what is the best price, and how much it was shipped historically in the same between the same routes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for attending this webinar today.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking your time and attending this webinar. If you have any other questions or if you want more information on this, you guys can contact us and we'll give you a detailed demo over it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.